Hello and welcome back to Ooh. Last time we managed to reach the credits of the game. And now I wanted to provide you with a bonus episode where we try to solve more puzzles. I think the way this is gonna go, I will give coordinates of the point where the upward section starts, right? So for example, the earliest point where we can go up is 1606. Let's go see if we can do something up here, now that we have learned many more mechanics of the game. Interestingly, the game specifically reminds me of the option to put a bomb on my head here. I wonder why. Is there a way up here? Or what's the point of reminding me of... Hey, you can put a bomb on your head. Oh no, we need it for this puzzle here, obviously. Okay. So how do you do that? We had already decided that it's not reasonable to just let the bomb fall and then fall after it, because it's just going to be sitting here, which doesn't help me. So I can make the bomb go down, land after me, but I still cannot get over here quickly enough. And since the floor collapses under me, I can also not just start piling up. What? How do I not fit in there? I don't understand. Because we definitely need the bomb on our head. To open this path here. Only there was a way to... have the bomb stick here for longer? Because you see, I cannot even try to pile up the bombs up here and then go around this side, because... What now? What just happened? Why did the bomb not drop together with me? I don't understand. You see, the issue is I could get the bomb on my head here, but I don't fit underneath this spot, which feels specifically designed to force me to use this here somehow. But I don't... So these platforms are timed. That means I cannot just... use the screen transitions to resummon them. I cannot even get that high. But I should fit inside here, right? Why did it not allow me to... Now it worked? Weird. What else have we learned? Bombs persist even if we leave the room, and they fall at their own pace. Something about this feels off. I might actually go for a different puzzle first. I've tried for a while, nothing worked, and my brain needs something different right now. Okay, where do we go instead? This is the only one we have solved. 2308. And the way we did solve it... Actually, I want to have the solution here in the video. Just to remind myself, actually, the way we did it was to do this, which for some reason works. And I don't know why, actually. Interestingly, I don't even know what this is supposed to be. Probably just a reference, I don't know. Alright, let's try 2610 then. So this frog needs a fly. Down here is a fly. We've just recently learned right? Oh, wait. Wait, we cannot plant bombs down here? Wait, maybe we can. So does the bomb persist? No. I think that's how we can do this. Let me try again. So you see, when you prepare... When you prepare a bomb to jump back up, ha. Okay. Except... Oh yeah, it's fine. No, this works. Another reference I don't get? What is that? A square with feet? Okay. On to the next one. I don't think we've ever looked at this. What is this? Oh no. Okay. And then what? Hold on, what? No, this is weird. Because you see, the problem is, when I open these gates, both of them will open at the same time. But I cannot put a bomb behind me here without first detonating the one that is keeping this open. So the way this would have to work is if I prepare a bomb somewhere, if I prepare two bombs somewhere, that I can detonate one so that the other opens this gate while I'm standing here. Right? But where could we do such a thing? Down here? This is where we Well, we saw these things for the first time, right? Okay. So, what if we do this? And then walk back to... Cannot walk back to... What? Cannot walk back to the... What? Do we need a different gate? From down here we also cannot run to a gate. What? No, wait, in order to get back anywhere, we have to feed this frog again. Okay. Okay, so this switch we couldn't use. This switch we... Could we use this switch? No, because we cannot leave bombs here, right? Oh, in a way we maybe can? It doesn't stay long enough. Hold on, how do we do that? No, that's the wrong way around. So it would need to be somewhere here? Yeah, because the problem here is I was actually wondering why this construction looks like this. Like, why are these two bridges here? They don't do anything for this puzzle alone. But they actually prevent you from using this. From doing this. Like you would need to position the bomb somewhere here. Like the first one over here, the second one over here, and they both have to be like on top here. To be moving onto this thing correctly. Wow. For this to open correctly. Interesting. Down here we couldn't manage that. We couldn't manage that. This is exactly another one of these constructions. Are you just not meant to do that anywhere? Because all of the points with these switches look like you cannot make that work at all. Do these switches exist anywhere else in the game? I don't think they do. Am I misunderstanding then? Yeah, this doesn't work. It really feels like I need to prepare something that I can detonate remotely, and that will then open the gate. But I don't quite see that happening with any of the switches. So are they telling me I need to somehow make... Yeah, but this also doesn't work. I cannot run past this one afterwards. What? Maybe there is a switch in another puzzle somewhere. In one of the blue ones. So maybe I should just postpone this one for a while. I mean, this is a good candidate for finding one, right? What? I mean, we've been to this point already. The really strange thing is this one feels so straightforward now to at least get to the fly. Oh, we almost got up there. But I think it's meant to be designed in a way that you cannot actually get there. That would feel too obvious. Right? Yeah, see, it's exactly built in a way that you cannot get there. Yeah, there's the face again. What? Yeah, this also doesn't make sense to me right now. Mysterious. So the solution here feels Like, it's gotta be similar to this one, right? Ah. Let's try some other puzzle somewhere else. Let's try this one. Wait, where are we exactly? This is 9:18. What? What? How did we just do that? Wait, what? What just happened here? What? Wait, you want a fly? Where do we get a fly? Are you telling me there is a fly to be had here? Of course that's what you're telling me. Huh. Okay. Have we learned something here? Oh, that's a reference to Cocoon. Nice. For once I recognize a reference. Okay. I guess we learned a thing? Would we be able to get... wait, where are we here? 1620. This was a frog, right? Okay, so this is not... We cannot get far enough here. To cross that gap. We cannot get a fly through here either. Right, we even needed this to get out of here. I see, I mean, now we have a fly, right? And we can kind of get this direction with it. However, the problem is we cannot now get back there. Right? Ha. Mysterious, how do you feed this frog then? Maybe we go to 26, 26. Why is this gigantic space up here? That's very, very suspicious. Oh, I think I see how to do this. Because you see, if we place another bomb here, we might fit both next to each other. Yeah, like this. See? Messed it up. Oh, it actually doesn't even need to fly all the way up. Just realized. This is fine. Nice. Okay, yes, another reference I don't know. Wait a second. No, these don't have anything. Okay. But why is this gigantic hole up here? That's weird. Let's go to 2830. I don't think we've ever looked at this. What now? Wait, is this a hint that there's something breakable down below? Here? No way. Yes way? Hold on, what? Wait, but we can only get one on our head. Right? No, wait, we can get two on our head. We just need them the other way around. Come on. Ah. Okay, so now we can try to make the top explode here. Holy crap. Really? Okay. Is it easier to make that work? No. I have to do it on the other side. This game is wild. Okay, so I have only one attempt to do the right thing. Okay. I don't recognize anything here. Well, we managed to get something done. There's one up here we should look at. So when it's completed, these, I have no idea. This one I still have no idea. Well, let's look at this one maybe. What? This is even worse. Okay, there's something about these switches and those barriers that I just generally don't understand. Okay, let's try this one then instead. For reference, this is 629. No, don't go in there. It's insane how tight the timing here is. Some kind of figure with a sword and a shield. Is that Link? Could be some other game. When you suddenly see the solution, it looks so obvious. Okay, 13, 20. No, let's start with this one actually. 16, 27. Say what now? But then what? How do we get around the corner? Wait, this is the section where we learned that input momentum is output momentum, right? Do we need to arrive here with a bunch of momentum to the left? But then what? Because then you get bombarded out this way, which is effectively the same as this. And then what? Because the problem is you cannot really like prepare bombs to detonate here. Or like even like this. Because that would send a bomb there, which you then could detonate under you while you're flying out of the teleporter, right? The problem I see, in order to even gain leftward momentum, I need to have a bomb explode to my right, which needs to happen first, right? And then I need 2 more bombs here and here. I don't quite see this happening, actually. What? Let's try 1328. What? Say what? How can that possibly work? I wouldn't even know how to gain diagonal momentum to get out of here. But it actually needs to go the other way. No, it just shoots me out on the left-hand side. Like, what? Okay, what if I come out with outward momentum? Can I? No, it only it's me. The other bomb stays where it is. Oh? How did I do that? But this one needs to be open? But I think I needed 2 bombs to actually prepare this? Hold on, let me try again. Yeah. I see. So I can prepare upward momentum, plant a bomb next to me, prepare its explosion, which will give me sideways momentum, and that shoots me out diagonally. But how do I keep this gate open at the same time? That does not make sense to me. Because I need 2 bombs. There's something about these gates I don't understand. How could I gain sidewards momentum without having used bombs, right? That's this question here. Because this feels very suspicious that I can essentially plant bombs here to be ready to come out. Oh, I don't even need that. What am I doing? I don't even need sideways momentum to come out. I can just walk. Hello there. Why is there an upwards path here? Why is the path up here? I mean, there's technically still space for rooms, but what? But it cannot possibly carry me high enough. Mysterious, mysterious. Okay. So what is it about these switches that I don't understand? Like all the puzzles that contain switches somehow, I just cannot solve them. Okay, the first time the switches appeared were here. What if I place 2 bombs here? Haha! Oh, is that Celeste? This looks like Madeline. Curious. So can we do that again? For that other one? Okay, but that does not solve the problem that I had down here. right, where I need to come out diagonally, which already requires me to use 2 bombs. And then there needs to be a bomb sitting somewhere? Does this help me solve the other one? Does this help me solve this one? So now I have planted a bomb here. Which means I can go back here. To put the other bomb here. Which specifically means it keeps the door open. And now I can detonate these guys without leaving the room. Grab the fly. And be happy. Heck yes. Cuphead? I don't know what I'm looking at. Well, it's some things that we managed to solve. Okay. Okay, so how many remain unsolved then? This one feels solved, but might have a second one. So there's one. There's definitely one here that is unsolved. That is 1328. 1620 is also unsolved because I don't know how to get a fly here. Unless it's a case like here where we need to actually detonate a wall somewhere to get a fly. But the problem here really is that up here is a barricade that will not allow a fly to pass. And this is too far to fly. To move from left to right. You can only move from right to left. I'm dumb. I think I see it. Because you see, we can stand on the poison stuff. Like this. Right? That specifically means... no, don't do this. Oh god. We can bunny hop across the poison, essentially. Across the acid. If I see that correctly. Because it's not spikes, right? It's poison. It's this swampy stuff. And that's exactly the lesson we were learning in this section. If they didn't want me to do this, they could have used spikes or something. Right? Because with spikes you cannot do that. Yeah, or they could have made the pit deeper, right? This just feels like it's made for that. Haha. Nice. What is this? I really cannot recognize most of these golden statues. That's wild. Alright, that leaves a couple of them unsolved. This one is really mysterious to me. Because it's one of these switcheroo gates, but you cannot just get there easily. So you have to use 2 bombs to even get there. And this one feels halfway solved, but it doesn't quite work to get back. This still has me really, really flabbergasted. But yeah, there's really not a lot of them left. I think I will have to take a break here. See how far I can come next time. Right, where do we wanna save? To remind myself where I want to continue. Actually, I think one of these gate thingies is what I should be doing. How many of them are left? Only 2? This one feels very, very awkward. This might not even be a regular golden figurine. Maybe this is like an even bigger secret. Similar to how I feel like this could be a bigger secret. We need to exploit even more crazy mechanics here. You know what? I think I'll go here and try to get this one in the next session. This is so almost solved, it's driving me nuts. Anyway, I have to cut it here, but it's not going to be the end of an episode. I will just continue searching for more solutions very shortly. So, there are not many puzzles left. And I need to leave this one alone for a second. I was actually wondering... You see... When we... When we came through here the first time... We didn't have 2 bombs, right? Because I was wondering, this room here, we had a similar room like this in a different location, where it turned out that we can bomb the ceiling in the middle over the spikes. And so now I'm wondering if we can actually like do that here as well. But for that we would need to like prepare 2 bombs above our head. Something like that. While these are not here. And I don't quite see that happening. At least not on this side. We prepare it on that side. No, I don't see that happening either. Well, I guess it was nothing then. Alright. What other puzzle can we try? There really isn't many puzzles left. The top here just feels very suspicious to me. But none of these have an exit up in the upward direction. which is kind of weird. Then why is there such a big gap up here? Let me go look at this again. No, don't go in there, man. Isn't it super weird? What's the point of this room? Okay. Let's go to 1426 and look at the upward path here again, right? Shouldn't there be a way to get up there somehow? How do we generate diagonal momentum while that door is open? I wonder. Let me try to generate diagonal momentum with a single bomb. Would that work? Oh. Yes. It does work. Okay. So that means we should be able to... No, wait, but that doesn't work. Because like this, I can only do it while the bomb is under me. Which is always the most recent one I made. Or well, let's say typically the most recent one I made. So I cannot just... leave one bomb here. And then try to generate diagonal momentum. Because now the other one will explode first, right? And so that's not the solution here. But how else would I generate diagonal momentum? I mean, definitely I need at least one bomb. Huh? Why do I not understand? Let's go here. Why on earth is this one so weird? Because these things are timed, right? I cannot just regenerate them by exiting the room. Also, I cannot even get that high. So that doesn't help. How? Why is this fall so long? Would that make any difference? Yeah, because the other problem is even if I manage to squeeze myself up there, like even if I manage to place 2 bombs somewhere here, like behind this barrier, I cannot then get off. I cannot get off here to try to get under that bomb, right? And even if I would manage to do so, the floor under me is broken anyway. Wait, what was that? And it makes me fall down here every time. Isn't it suspicious that this is such a long fall? Hmm. I cannot put a bomb down while I'm falling. What am I meant to learn to make this easier? It doesn't make sense to me. Doesn't this feel like this should be the right thing? The problem now really is that when I explode it now, while the bomb does go up, I don't have enough time to get under it. They always fall together then. How can I make myself fall faster? Oh. Wait, but I cannot put down a bomb here to detonate first. Because that one will be sitting here, right? If I then... And that's the first one that needs to detonate in order to push me downwards. If I then put one here to fall down, I cannot get around this one anymore. See what I mean? So it feels like I need to push myself down with the recoil from a bomb. But when I try to do it this way, the other one will sit up top and not move anywhere, right? Let me observe this. That's not far enough. So the other one needs to be there, like here. But it doesn't drop down there. And I cannot arbitrarily change the detonation order. Right? There's like no other button to... Of course, that's not the button. I mean, like this I can get down very, very quickly. I don't get it. It feels like I need to swap the detonation order here because I cannot... get around this one. Oh, I'm dumb. Oh man, this is so smart. Oh my goodness. Is that Braid? That looks like the protagonist from Braid. Nice. Alright. So now I only have puzzles with these doors left to figure out. Right? No, actually not. This one doesn't have doors. No, don't enter the thing. Here, the problem is that I don't know how to get back up here afterwards, right? This bunny hopping nonsense feels kind of broken. What? I cannot get a bomb back up here, right? maybe I'm doing it wrong. Maybe the solution isn't. Hmm. So yeah, if I could, on my way back, get a bomb up here somehow. But that part I still don't see. Hold on. Why did that feel so weird? Oh, I cannot test it there. It's still the low one that explodes first, yeah. There's exactly not enough height to get up there. Why? Are there any other puzzles left? Like puzzles that feel sane. There's really only the diagonal one left. Wow. I just had an idea. No. Because you can do this, right? What if... Yeah, this I haven't tried yet. Wait a second. Interesting. So... if I'm on one of these floors... Uh-huh. No, but that doesn't help me. What? How do I get back up once I'm down there? Because you see, I cannot just shoot the fly off to the left, to the right, because there's nothing to the right. Right, there's no room here. I cannot catch it on the other side. Or is there? Because the strange thing is, you know, in order to get there, it's like the game started introducing new mechanics to me. On the one hand, it's like, oh yeah, look, there's like a door that you need to open. Which I still don't know how to do. And on the other hand, there was this entire sequence here, where they made us understand, look, if you plant a bomb onto one of these, how does this lesson here help me? This lesson was actually interesting. How does that help us understand the one above? My issue really is that I cannot put two bombs next to each other, right? This only allows me to get back up on top of the other one, which is not really what I need. Hold on a second. I think I see it. Does you see if I managed to time it correctly? I should be able to place a bomb on the right. Then jettison me to the right and have a bomb on the left. Oh no, wait a second. That doesn't work that way. Hold on, hold on, hold on. I think I see it. Because what I've just learned today, basically, is that wait, what? Oh no, this cannot work. What? No, 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 no. I'm starting to almost see something here. So hold on, what if I do this? Because that will kick me off to the right. But leave a bomb on the left. And what I've learned today is that when I have a bomb placed, and then I place another one that automatically detonates. Oh, and now I messed it up. Oh god. Yes, but this was the solution to the puzzle. Wow. That took me way too long. What has happened there? Holy crap. This feels so straightforward once you see it. Man. Morph Ball from Metroid? I don't know what I'm looking at. What is this? Okay. I guess this is the only one left. But this one's weird, because I cannot just sit here, right? I need to teleport into there with momentum to the top left. Which I only know how to get here. So this would do the trick. But I need that door to be open at the same time. How do you do that? Let me experiment a bit. So it's not just that I can have Oh, wait, I'm dumb. Because you see, when I place a bomb here and put myself into the teleporter, this is the first bomb that will detonate. If I now go here, the other bomb is still in the other room. Then I place the second bomb here. Then I teleport back into that room, but I will be dropping onto my bomb. Right? Which will detonate with upward momentum. Holy crap! Haha! Some kind of witch character? Huh. Wow, okay, I feel like I got one golden statue to look at for every upward path into the blue. Now, I'm still not sure whether there's actually something to find up here. Let me try one thing. Oh no, wait, the bomb cannot sit there. Yeah, and I cannot put two bombs there to get me higher. Yeah, I don't know how to get up here. This is like a mysterious spot, and it feels very, very suspicious. Because up until now, pretty much every path that looked like you can go up, you had to go up at some point. It started out over here. Which is also why I'm very suspicious about this spot, but I don't know how to get up here either. Unless... Of course there's no path here. And then there's this other weird branch over here. No, hold on. Am I being dumb? We've just learned that when I do this, a possibly already existing door like here, a possibly already existing bomb doesn't explode. It goes in the wrong direction. So... So what I need to do... No, this room is a problem then. Or is it? Like this I can get up here. Even like this I can get up here. Okay, so what happens if I do this? I detonate one... I leave one bomb here. Let's say it like that. I leave one bomb there, which is one bomb that will explode first. Then I go here, place my second bomb here. Then I go back there. Now I detonate this bomb. It's enough to get me up here. The other bomb is still in the other room. Now placing this bomb here doesn't explode the other one. Same here. So when I come back down here now, this is still open. Wow. Literally Yoshi. Oh, is the golden statues actually a list of the game inspirations? Because in the credits we've seen, oh yeah, this game was inspired by a long list of games, and one of them was Yoshi's Island that I did recognize. So what's up here then? What? Game, why are you doing this to me? Okay, but honestly, I'm really satisfied now that I've like solved most of my puzzles. Wait, hold on a moment. Doesn't that mean... Oh, no, look. This is an upward path into blue that had this entire sequence up until that checkpoint. But I think that was supposed to teach me, look, go back again with the stuff that you've learned just now. And then travel backwards to get this, which means this golden statue belongs to this upward path. But this upward path is separate, which has its own golden statue. Okay. Does it mean there's another golden statue over here? Which is an upward path from an upward path? But I don't have the faintest idea how to get up there. Nor do I know how to get up here. Well, I guess these mysteries will remain unsolved. I don't see myself banging my head against those two spots anymore. I'm very satisfied with the ones that we did figure out. I'm really running out of ideas for those two. Because this room is completely empty. There's not a lot that you can do here. It's very, very weird. Let me get back there. Oh, I cannot go there from here. Because you see... My best guess would be some kind of upward path somewhere here. Like an alternative way up somewhere over here. But nothing here breaks. Right? And I don't see a clear indicator as to where to try to break walls or anything. Right? I don't have the faintest idea. Is there a breakable floor? What is above here? Nothing? Yeah, isn't it suspicious that there's this gigantic space not doing anything? Over here it doesn't feel like that there is so much dead space. I don't know, maybe this will remain a mystery. I think I will... Alright, I'm done with the puzzling. I don't see myself banging my head against those last 2 points to go up, because I'm not even sure that there is anything. It feels very suspicious to me, but I don't have the energy anymore to bang my head against those. It took me a long time to even figure out the ones that I did solve. So after doing most of the editing for the bonus episode, I noticed something. Namely that there might be a way to just solve this puzzle. I think I have to try to detonate one of the bombs in a way that it will make it hang half off that ledge. This is very similar to other puzzles we had to solve, namely... where were those? Like up here? We had to make a bomb hang half off the edge so that we can sit on it and place a second one just there. Haha! Bam! Nice! Okay. It's so funny how sometimes you just get a new idea while just reviewing previous puzzle attempts. Okay, I cannot identify anything here either. Nice. Okay. That's actually really good. I like that a lot. Which now means that the only thing left with possibly something behind it is out here. But as I've said already multiple times, I'm so running out of ideas, and I've now basically finished editing. I've seen most of my attempts of pretty much all the other puzzles multiple times now, and I just don't know what to do out there. After every other upward path had something there, I'm now convinced there's something up here. I just don't know how to get there. I might actually look this up, but at this point it doesn't feel like it's part of my playthrough anymore when I just look up a solution. But yeah, I'm glad that I have finally had the correct idea how to get up here after looking at this for so long. I don't know, somehow it looked obvious in hindsight after like reviewing a lot of the other footage. It's funny how that works sometimes. It's really funny how that works sometimes. Yeah, but as I just said, I have no idea how to get up here. It's possibly yet another one of those things that feels super obvious in hindsight, but I just don't see it at all. It might be more of a hint that there is a path somewhere else to get out into this space, but I don't have the energy to start like searching the entire perimeter here for possibly bombable spots. Because you see, where was it actually? I just saw it a second ago. Dang it. So there was a spot that was mostly just telling us, look, there is something, in a spot where you wouldn't have looked otherwise. Where did it go? It's like literally right here. So this was a path upwards that just led you into a dead end. But that allowed you to see that actually when you go here, you can go up to then have that as your actual puzzle. Like how do you enter this spot from below? And it's possible that this spot is somewhat similar in that it is saying, look, there's some way to come from above, but I just don't know how to even look for it. So yeah, that's the final bit of puzzle solutions. So let us get back to the actual outro. So after the credits, I've now recorded about 2 hours of myself banging my head against these problems. I don't yet know how short this episode is gonna be. But yeah, this was the bonus episode to Ooh, where we solved a lot of the bonus puzzles. Maybe there are still secrets out there that I haven't found. At this point, I don't have the energy anymore. I feel very satisfied with the game design. It helped me solve so many puzzles by tutorializing its mechanics quite well. Helped nudge me in the correct direction without right out explaining stuff to me. I found this very, very insightful to just see this very, very smart design. If you know other puzzle games that challenge you in this way by really helping you solve it, I'd be really interested to learn about them. I really adore puzzle games. As I've mentioned a couple of times already, I have a hard time with puzzles that just, you know, are thrown at you one after the other without anything in between, without anything to help you really. Nothing to keep your mind off of the puzzles. So when there's no story, when there's no exploration, I find it very, very hard to keep engaged in the puzzle solving, because I tend to then go into a mode of try a couple of puzzles for 10-20 minutes and just close the game and do something different, because I need this change of pace. My brain is unable to keep focused on solving puzzles for hours and hours without any form of break, or without a change of pace, or without a change of something to do, right? I think Ooh was kind of on the boundary here. It was just puzzle after puzzle after puzzle with not a lot else to do. However, the way that it helped you solve the puzzles kept you engaged anyway. So even if you didn't immediately figure out every puzzle, you kind of felt like, oh, now the game is presenting a very difficult puzzle to me, but I see there is an alternative path, or I just, you know, just find a frog and there's no fly in sight. So how do we get to the next fly? I guess we just explore a bit, see if we can find another path, and then it leads you on a trail of breadcrumbs. With every new bit, you understand its mechanics a tiny bit more. And once you're done with that kind of detour, it takes you back to the original frog, and now you suddenly see, oh, that's how I do this. Or at least it helps you like re-familiarize yourself with the mechanics you've learned even previously. Like we've had in this brown area, where at some point we needed to leave the room into the bottom while having prepared a bomb to shoot us back out into the room, so that these blocks would reappear, right? And so it's not always just like a frog that you're presented with, but it was usually this, oh, there's a puzzle here, or there's a path that you need to take. But in order to do that, you need to properly understand all the things that you can do with the game's mechanics, all the subtleties, all the placement of bombs and timings and whatnot. And usually it was not even so much about timing, actually. but it was just done in such a good way. Like I wanted to keep going, and this it really speaks to the skill of the designer to keep you engaged in such a setting. There's other puzzle games that I really have a hard time keeping like sticking to, and whenever I try them, I kind of drop them again after 10-15 minutes when they're just too hard without helping you at all or without giving you a change of pace. Baba Is You is one of those that I highly recommend to anyone, but I have never solved all of its puzzles. I was able to reach the credits in Baba Is You, which I found satisfying enough for me to say, okay, I'm kind of done with this, but all of its puzzles were so different and so tricky that at some point I just wasn't able to solve it anymore, like at all. And then I really couldn't stick with the game for hours and hours. I just had to try a couple of puzzles, then leave again, try a couple of puzzles and leave again. And that kind of mode of trying a puzzle game here and there, I think is very tricky to record for a Let's Play. Because it's just so many weird cuts without context, and I don't think this will keep anyone engaged. Which is maybe my way of explaining why I don't have more puzzle-centric games on this channel, even though I personally like them a lot. I think OO is really on the edge here, where I can say, okay, I stay engaged enough for this to make sense. And if you know other games that are similarly on this side of, oh yeah, there's like stuff to do, but the game kind of helps you a bit, but also you need to like think a bit on a grander scale, not just puzzle room by puzzle room, but also like, what have I learned here? How do I apply this to somewhere else? I'd like to learn, I'd like to know about more games like that, and the more it leans into the puzzle adventure side, the more I'm willing to record them here for the channel. So things like The Last Campfire or even Neva, which is kind of a puzzle adventure kind of thing with some combat, I think they fit fairly well because they have like a well-defined structure and they like lead you through the game well enough, with some puzzling bits and pieces here and there. And I really like it when other games that are more on the action adventure side also include some puzzles. So anything Zelda-like, I really adore. Although I personally don't even have any Nintendo hardware, which always makes it a bit difficult to record something like that. So I would need to borrow a Switch from someone if I wanted to really record Nintendo games. So there's probably not going to be actual Zelda games on this channel, even though I really like what they are doing with the Zelda series, in this mixing of puzzle and adventure and combat and story and whatnot. I just don't want to have specialized video game hardware. I don't think that's a mode that I want to operate on, so I usually just do PC games, and when the games are available on PC, I'll happily record them. I have some action-adventure type things that are very heavily inspired by Zelda on my list to share with you. But yeah, there's going to be more adventures, more puzzles, and really exploration is what I'm probably most fascinated by oftentimes. So the more the games lean into exploration, the more I'm just enthralled by them. I'm mentioning this here specifically because I think OO surprised me in the way that it was marketed to me as being a puzzle adventure or exploration puzzle game, but I didn't feel like there was all that much exploration. Well, be that as it may, I adore this game. I really want to see more games made by Nama Takahashi because I think he's really skilled. This is really cool. So yeah, I thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you on another journey sometime.